There is no stopping the SUV mania in the country, with manufacturers having already launched or planning to launch new SUVs with prices starting closer to the Rs 5 lakh budget segment. And this price segment is currently dominated by hatchbacks, the most popular two of them being the Maruti Suzuki Swift and the Hyundai Grand i10 Nios. We have put these two through our rigorous real-world tests and measurement comparisons to find out which one is the right buy for you. For 2021, the Maruti Suzuki Swift has received a new petrol engine, and that's the only option it gets. The Grand i10 Nios, meanwhile, is offered with two petrol engines, including a much more powerful turbocharged unit, along with a diesel engine also. To keep it fair, we will only be comparing the naturally aspirated 1.2-litre petrol motors offered on both models. We'll be comparing the turbocharged offerings in this segment in a future video, so stay tuned. From a standing start, the higher peak power developed by the Swift made it quicker than the Grand i10 Nios in both 0 to 60 and 0 to 100 km/h runs. Both engines pull smoothly to the red line and are hardly audible till you reach there. The Grand i10's 1 Nm higher peak torque figure is developed at 400 rpm earlier than the Swift, giving it a slight advantage during rolling acceleration tests, but at lower speeds. The Grand i10 will feel peppier to drive in the city. With 7 bhp more on tap and slightly shorter gearing, the Swift accelerates faster at higher speeds. Overtaking on the highway will be quicker in the Swift. Unfortunately, we have not been able to put the new Swift through our rigorous fuel efficiency tests. The previous Swift already had a slight advantage over the Grand i10 Nios thanks to its lower curb weight. Now, with the addition of fuel-saving technologies like an idle start-stop system, improved engine heat management, and lower piston friction, the new Swift is expected to only increase that advantage. We will have to wait till we can get our hands on the new Swift before declaring a definitive winner. Buyers expect the best space for the money in this segment, and overall, the Swift has an advantage from the get-go, being larger than the Grand i10 Nios in every exterior dimension parameter except the wheelbase. The smaller dimensions might give the Grand i10 Nios a slight advantage during parking or negotiating tighter situations, but it greatly affects its ability to fit people and their cargo. The front passengers in the Swift will enjoy slightly more legroom, headroom, and shoulder room than what is offered in the Grand i10 Nios. The front seats on both the cars are comparable, with the Swift featuring a more contoured seat base and seat back bolsters than the Grand i10. But the Nios may be preferred by those with larger frames, as they are not restrictive and offer more support to the shoulders because of their one-piece design. Both cars are not great in terms of rear seat space, but the Swift beats the Grand i10 in terms of space available. Hyundai has had to compromise on rear space due to the aggressive exterior design of the Grand i10 and overall smaller dimensions of the car. The biggest disadvantage for the Grand i10 is its narrow shoulder room. Fitting 3 in here will be much more difficult than in the Swift, even though it has a flatter floor. The Grand i10 Nios redeems a bit for itself by offering a better design seating experience, with more seat recline angle, more headroom, and more support for your back and thighs. This does not change the fact that the Grand i10 can only seat 4 people. The lack of rear seat space in the Grand i10 can also be attributed to the fact that Hyundai do not want to compromise the boot space on offer by too much. The Swift has an 8-litre advantage in terms of cargo volume as compared to the Grand i10 Nios, and also offers a 60-40 split folding rear seat for added convenience. The Nios has a lower loading lip height, which makes loading or unloading heavier items easier. The highlight features for both cars are limited to the top of the line variants, with both offering projector headlamps, digital driver information screens in the instrument cluster, touchscreen infotainment systems, automatic climate control systems, and all safety systems mandated by law. The Swift gets LED projector headlamps as compared to the Nios' halogen units. The Swift's units are also light sensitive. It gets wider 185mm section tires for better grip and handling characteristics, a cruise control system for a more comfortable drive on the highway. The highlights of the new engine, of course, is the fuel-saving start-stop system. The colored driver information screen as part of the instrument cluster looks good and offers more information also. The AMT variants get traction control and hill hold function as additional safety features. Surprisingly, the Grand i10 is not offered with ISOFIX child seat anchor points in any variant, which the Swift gets. The Grand i10 Nios, on the other hand, has a better interior fit and finish, and gets a lighter interior theme, making the cabin feel less compact than it is. Some may prefer it to the all-black interior of the Swift. In terms of unique features, the Grand i10 Nios gets projector front fog lamps, chrome exterior door handles, a shark fin antenna, cooled glove box, wireless phone charging pad, and rear AC vents. The Grand i10 Nios scores significantly more just for the sheer number of powertrain options it is offered with. Apart from the 1.2-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, available with both a manual and an AMT, it can also be had with a dual-fuel petrol and CNG manual powertrain, a turbo petrol motor with manual transmission, and a diesel engine with both manual and automated manual transmissions. The Hyundai Grand i10 undercuts the Swift in terms of pricing, but the sheer number of options available to buyers of the Grand i10 is highlighted when comparing the prices. You can check out the on-road prices of both cars by clicking the pop-out banner on the top right of the screen or checking out the links in the description below. Both the Maruti Suzuki Swift and the Hyundai Grand i10 Nios offer a lot for the asking price, but the Maruti is at a disadvantage because it does not offer a variety of powertrains. Those looking for a spacious, peppy, efficient car with a backup of a proven and large service network should have the Maruti Swift high on the list. But the Grand i10 just edges past because of the interior quality and especially because of the engine options on offer. The CNG and diesel powertrains offered on the Grand i10 Nios offer better savings in the long run, especially seeing how fuel prices have been rising recently. Please do like this video and comment below if you liked this comparison video. Subscribe and click that bell icon if you want to see more of such comprehensive comparisons in the future on the CarWale YouTube channel.